Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we will talk about solving system of equation. So, alaikum salam. Before we start, we need to know what is the meaning of equation. Advise what is the meaning of the equation. Equation?
Sir, the right hand side equal to the left hand side.
Equality of two terms, the right hand side is equal to the left hand side. To solve the equation, it means find the value of the variable. So if we have one equation, it means we have only one variable. So if we have more than one variable, so we need more than one equation. If we have one variable, so we need one equation to solve. If you have two variables, it means you have two equations to solve the two variables. Three variables, you need three equations. Four variables, you need four equations. So that's defined by system of equation. More than one equation connected together to form a system that's defined as system of equation. Solving system of equations means find the value of the variable, which makes the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, or find the value of the variable which satisfies the relation, satisfy the equation. So the first one that we have solved the system of the equation. We have 3x plus 2y equals negative 2, and negative 4x plus 5y equals negative 28. Remember how we solved the system of the equation?
Assalamu alaikum.
You remember how we can solve the system of equation?
Sir, this is simultaneous equation.
Sorry?
Simultaneous equation.
Yes.
You can use either substitution or elimination.
So there is many ways that we can solve the system of equation. The first one is called elimination. The second one, substitution. The third one we can solve by graphing. So what is the meaning of each one? For elimination, for elimination, the main point for solving the elimination that we make, one of the two variables that we have the same coefficient. So the variable that we have here, we have 3x and 2y. We have x and y. The coefficient of the first is 3 and the second is negative 4. Now we have here 2 and we have here 5. They are not equal. So to use the elimination, we have to make one of the two variables have the same coefficient. The substitution, we use it when we have one of the variables with coefficient 1. For example, when I say that x equals y plus 5. So we can use the first equation to substitute as the second one. That's we revise because we know that's in algebra. For graphing, you have to graph the first one and the second one, then find the point of intersection. This point of intersection is the solution of the system. So for the first one, we can use the elimination. We can choose one of the two variables that we need to eliminate. It, which is x. The coefficient for the first one is 3, and the coefficient of the second one is negative 4. So we can multiply the first one by 4. The first equation, all of the first equation by 4. And multiply the second equation by 3. Why you multiply the first one by 4 and the second by 3? To make the same coefficient. So the first one, 4 times 3 equals 12x. Plus 4 times 2 equals 8y. Equals 4 times negative 2 equals negative 1. Now 3 times negative 4 equals negative 12. 3 times 5 equals 50. 3 times negative 28, that's 28 times 3. 3 times 8 equals 24. That's 2, so this will be 8. So it will be 84. And the sign will be negative. Any problem for this one?
No problem, sir.
Any problem until now?
No, sir.
If you didn't understand, we can repeat it again more than one time. No problem. Is that clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat that one time?
Which one? Which one?
This how to solve the equation?
Just I multiply 4 by 3. He was sleeping, Hazim. 3 by negative 4. I will not ask you again, especially Hazim. Please, if you didn't understand, you can ask me from the beginning. Don't wait until I'm asking you. Please, if you didn't understand, give me the answer. Because you asked me to explain from the beginning. I know that you are sleeping. So please, if you have any problem, please ask me from the beginning. We need to make the same coefficient. I'm explaining from the beginning now. We need to make the same coefficient for x. How we can make that? Because we have here the coefficient 3, multiply the second equation by 3. The coefficient here is -4, just multiply the second one by 3. So multiply all of the equation by 3. And multiply all of the second equation by 3. Then if you want to add them, 12x minus 12x is equal to 0. 8y, and that's 1. 8y and the 15y equals 23y. -8 and the -84 equals -92.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
Okay, then divided by 23. Divided by 23. Then y is equals, by dividing it will be -4. Any problem for this one?
No, sir.
No.
Now, at one of the two equations, by substitution at equation, suppose that's equation number 1 or equation number 2. Then we can say at equation number 1 or number 2. So we can say that 3x plus 2 times -4 equals -2. Then 3x 2 times -4 equals -8 equals -2. Then by adding 8, then 3x is equal to 6. Then x is equals to. So the solution now will be, because we have x and y, so the solution will be 2 and the -4.
Oh, 2 and -4?
You have to start from x. Solution or takdir. X and y.
Yes, yes.
Mister, for the one to the right, we can choose any of the equation from the
Yes.
equation 1, equation 2. Okay.
Equation number 1 or equation number 2, you will find the same. If you check for this equation number 2, you just replace y with -4. So -4x plus 5 times -4 equals -28. So -4x minus 20 equals -28. Then by adding 20, then -4x equals -8 divided by -4 divided by -4, you will find that x is equals to.
Okay.
If you choose the first one and the second one, you will find the same answer. But that's only if you solve the equation with the right way, not with the wrong way. Any problem for the first one?
No, sir.
Is that
Sir.
clear?
No, sir.
Mister,
Yes.
both lines intersect at 2, -4, right?
Sorry?
Both lines intersect at 2, -4.
Yes. If you put 2 and -4 at the first equation, you will find that the left hand side will equal to the right hand side. And even in the second equation.
Mr. Islam,
Yes.
are you gonna send the thing to us, right? Or do you have to write while you're doing it?
When I finish, I will send you the solution. If you want, I will send you the solution. Just inform me and I will send it. No problem.
Okay, right. Thank you, Mister.
Okay. Just inform me, remind me when I finish, before we finish, to print it and send it to the group. And I will send it.
Okay, sir. Sure.
So for question number 2, how we can solve number 2? Question number 2?
I will multiply the first equation by 3, multiply by 3.
Yes, multiply all of the first equation by
And
3.
And the second equation by 2.
Multiply the second equation by 2. Try to keep one of them is positive and the second is negative. So 2 times 3 equals 6x minus 15y equals
Equals to 33.
33. Second one,
Minus
negative
6x,
6x
negative 6x plus 8y
plus
minus 8y
8y
is
equals
equals to
negative
negative
26.
26.
Okay. So because they have different signs, so by adding, so that will be negative 7y is equals to positive 7. From that we can say that y is equals to negative 1.
negative 1.
Negative 1. That is the first one. Now add the equation at 1. That's equation number 1. That's equation number 2. So as we said, it will be the same answer if we choose equation number 1 or equation number 2. So
2x
2x
minus 5 1
2x minus 5 times negative 1 equals to 11. So 2x plus 5 equals 11 by subtracting 5. Then 2x equals 6. It means x is equals to 3. So the solution for this one will be
3 and negative 1.
You have to start all of these.
3 and minus
3
1.
and negative 1. La ilaha illallah.
Negative 1.
3 and negative 1. Any problem for this one?
No, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Can you solve question number 4 and send it to me, please?
Number 3.
Solve it. Sorry, question number 3 and send it to me.
I don't have group, wallahi, mister.
But all of you solve the same mistake with the same numbers. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Okay.
Everyone who made mistake,
Now you have two options. Option number 1 to eliminate x. Option number 2 to eliminate y. Which one that you want to eliminate it? No problem for me. Both of them will find the same answer. So which one that you want to eliminate?
Y is easier.
Look at x and look at y. To eliminate x, you need to multiply by 7 and 4. But to eliminate y, you can multiply by 3 and 2. So to eliminate y is easy. So just multiply the first one by 2 and the second one by 3. Okay. So 4 times 2 equals 8x plus 3y times 2, which is 6y. Negative 17 times 2 and negative 34. And the second equation, negative 7 times 3 equals to negative 21. And the negative 2 times 3 equals to negative 6. 20 times 3 equals to 60. Now by adding the two equations, because they have different sign, so now by adding 8 and negative 21, it will be negative 13x. Let's cancel. So it will be, by adding, it will be 26 divided by negative 13 divided by negative 13. You will find that x is equals to negative 2. That is the first one. By substitution at one of the two equations, so 4 times negative 2 plus 3y equals negative 17. So negative 8 plus 3y equals negative 17. By adding 8, then 3y is equals to negative 9. Then divided by 3, then y is equal to negative 3. So the solution now will be negative 2 and the negative 3. What's your mistake? If by the way, if you want to eliminate x, you will find the same answer. So we can check if you want to eliminate x to give you the mistake. The mistake that you have, all of you did the same mistake, which is
you multiplied with negative?
No. You find the first equation, which is 28x plus 21y. All of you did the same mistake. Minus 100, negative 119 minus 28x plus negative 8y equals 280. All of you did the same mistake. Cancel this one, and you find that will be 13y. And all of you, negative 119 plus 80, all of you, without exception, who did it wrong, solve it by 39. All of you. That's negative 119, and that's positive 80. Negative 119 is greater than 80. It means the answer would be negative, not positive. You forget to put the
my
positive.
Mistake was,
that is the
my
mistake.
mistake was negative 28x and negative 28x. So I got negative 56x.
You understand this one? Most of you solve this one wrong.
Yes, sir.
He forget to write the negative. So when he just write, he said that y equal 3. When y equal 3, by substitution, you will find that x equals 6.5. So all of you solve the same mistake, 6.5 and 3. Because of that, I said you are at the same group. It's not logic that all of you solve the same mistake. So, Sheikh Falah, إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. إيش هذا مدير؟ يا مدير solve in steps يا مدير. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Please يعني try to solve at the exam, please. Okay, how we can solve by graphing. How we can solve by graphing. Number one, you need to graph the two equations. How we can graph the equation? That is the second part of the lesson. How we can graph the equation. You remember how we graph this one? We need to write in a slope-intercept form. So the first one will be, that's equation number one, and that's equation number two. What is the slope-intercept form for the first one? Because y is negative, I will shift y.
Y equals 2x plus 1.
And I will shift 1. So equation number one will be y equals 2x plus 1. Okay. And this one, shift 5x to the other side, so it will be
2y equals.
Mister, can we do this question like how we did those other ones?
Because the question say we
Y
solve
equals
by
negative
graphing.
2.5x minus 8.
So 2y is equals negative 5x minus 16. Then y is equals negative 5 over 2x minus 8. Any problem until now?
No.
Okay. So for the first one, what is the meaning of that?
Only, right, Minister?
Sorry?
We divided by 2.
We divide by 2, yes.
Okay.
So y equals negative 5 over 2x minus 8. That's equation number 2. So from the first one, we find that m is equals 2 and y-intercept equals 1. From the second one, we find that the slope is equals negative 5 over 2. And the slope and y-intercept is equals to negative 8. So how we can graph that? That is the coordinates. Just 1 minute. We shift it to one side. Because we need the negative parts. So that is the one that we need. Okay. For number one, the y-intercept is
1.
2. Sorry, is 1. So we can shift this one more also. The y-intercept is 1. Is that clear? Any problem for this one?
Yes.
And the slope is 2. What is the meaning of the slope is 2? It means 2 over 1.
That means 2 to the right and 1 up.
Rise 2 up and 1 to the right. Or can we say it will be negative 2 over negative 1 because there is no place to go up and right?
Down and 1 left.
Down 2 and 1 left. So now we have that as the first line.
That's the line number 1.
Any problem for the first line? Any problem for the first line? Okay. For the second line, the y-intercept will start from the beginning point, which is negative 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the point here. That is the starting point. Negative 5 over 2. What is the meaning of negative 5? It's mean going down 5
up and 2 left.
and right 2. Or we can say that the slope will be equals 5 over negative 2 because there is no place to go down. Just to change the position of the negative. So it will be 5 up. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then going to the right. Then we can graph the two lines.
It would be 2 to the left.
Sorry?
2 to the left,
2
right?
to the left, yes.
Yeah, to the left.
2 to the left. This one. 2 to the left. So that is the point of intersection. So the two lines now intersect at one point. What is the coordinate of this point? It will be
Negative 2,
one,
negative
2,
3.
negative 2 and negative 3. Negative 2 and the negative 3. That is the solution. You understand how we solve this one?
Yes.
Any problem? Just graph the 2 points, graph the 2 lines by any way, by the x-intercept, y-intercept, by the slope-intercept form. But because of the solution, we need the real solution, the exactly solution. So you have to graph it by slope-intercept. Because if you use the x-intercept and the y-intercept, you will find that we have a decimal here. Because when you say that y is equal to 0, you will find that 5x is equal to negative 16 divided by 5 divided by 5. You will find that x is equals negative 16 over 5. And that will give you decimal, which is negative 3.2. Negative 3.2, how you can exactly place the point. That's the problem. You understand this point? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or you can use the table to graph it. You can just put the point in x slope intercept form and use the value for x to find the value of y. Then you can graph. Any problem for this one? Any problem
No.
for this one? Okay. Can you solve question number 4, please? Solve question number 4 and send it to me. Just 1 minute to solve question number 3. The two equations that we have now are written in standard form. The standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. Ax plus by equals c. So how we can find the slope if the equation is written in standard form? You remember this one?
X equals 0, y equals 0.
No. If you want to find the slope without converting the equation, you have a formula which is negative a over b. If you remember when we explained the linear equation, we said that for any equation written in standard form, the slope will be negative a over b. And the y-intercept is equals c over b. You remember this one? If you really remember, you have to memorize this formula. Again, if the equation written in standard form, instead of shifting to the other side, you can solve by using this one. The slope is equals negative a over b. Negative the coefficient of x over the coefficient of y. And the y-intercept is equals the absolute term or the number without a variable divided by the coefficient of y. So for the first one will be negative 4 over 3. And the second one will be 12 over 3, which equals 4. Now we need to find M2. M2 which equals negative a over b. Negative of negative 6, it will be 6. Over b, which is 4. So the answer now would be 3 over 2. And y-intercept, b, which equals c over y, which is negative 1 over 4. So how we can graph this one? That is the coordinates that we have. Now for the first point, we will start from 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going down 4 and going to the right 3. So going down 4 and going to the right 3. So that is the second point. Then that is the line that we have. Any problem for the first line? Any problem for the first line?
No, sir.
Negative 1 over 4, going up 3, so it will be here 1, 2, and 3. And going to the right, 2 units. So that is the second point. You will find that the two lines intersect at one point. That is the point of intersection. If you just want to find the coordinate of this point, you will find that its opposite on x, 1.5. And the opposite on y, 2. So the solution is 1.5 and 2, or 3 over 2 and 2. Yes, if you want to write as a fraction, if you want to write as a decimal. So the solution is 1.5 and 2.
Mr.
Any problem? Yes.
So
Can you check it? Can you check it?
If you want to check, you can check. Just 1 minute. You remember the two equations?
Yes.
Did you remember them?
Yes.
Okay. So
M1.
just 1 minute. You remember? Just write the two equations. Do you remember the two equations? 4x plus 3y equals 12, and the negative. Okay.
6x plus 4y equals negative 1.
To check your answer, just move equation 1. What is the coefficient of x? 4.
4.
The coefficient of y? 3. The c is equals to 12. Then at the second one, negative 6. Then 4. Then negative 1. Then press equal. You will find that x is equals 3 over 2. And y is equals 2. Mia, Mudir?
Yes.
You get the idea for this one?
Yes.
Can
The
you
solution
repeat?
is wrong?
Can you repeat the calculator?
Which one? Okay.
Did you
Again.
do the calculator?
Again. Do you remember the equation? Just copy the equation. You remember the equation? Just remember the two equations or copy the two equations. The two equations that we have. Okay. From the two equations, this as we said now, the equation is written in the standard form, which is ax plus by plus equals c. It means a is equals 4, b is equals 3, and the c is equals 12. That's for equation
Yes,
number 1. Equation number 2, a is equals -6, b is equals 4, c is equals -1. Any problem now?
No.
Okay. Now with a calculator. The two equations that we have now of the first degree. Can you see the calculator now?
Yes.
Okay. So we use 5 mode equation. So I think the equation now would be in number 5. If you use the same calculator, you will find that the equation is 5. And we use 1. What is the meaning of 1? 1 here, it's mean we have an equation
Standard.
ANX of the first degree. Equation number 1 is equation of the first degree in 2 variables. Solving a system of equation in 2 variables. Equation number 2, solving system of equation of 3 variables, x, y, and z. Equation number 3, which is the equation of the second degree quadratic function. Equation number 4, which is the equation of the third degree. So now we are solving equation of the first degree in 2 variables, which is number 1. So just choose one. As if you remember that, when you say that a equals 4, b equals 3, c equals 12, then a equals -6, b equals 4, c equals -1, then press equal, you will find that the first value for x, which is x equals 3/2, and the y equals 2. So the ordered pair will be 3 and 3/2 and 2. Is that clear?
Yes.
Any problem for this one? Any problem?
No.
Is there
No.
anything that you didn't understand from the previous?
No.
خلاص Mia?
Mia.
Okay. So see you inshallah tomorrow because I have another session now.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. I'll see you
Salam
tomorrow.
alaikum.
Professor, assalamu alaikum.
Professor, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Thank you, Mr.
Welcome.